Hello and welcome to the first class of Introduction to Excel as presented by Tredyffrin Public Library. This is Zoey Mills speaking. I am the Adult Programming and Community Outreach Librarian at Tredyffrin Public Library. Throughout this first course, we will get to know Excel as a program, how to confidently navigate the program, and how to enter basic data. I wanted to provide you all with a glossary of terms that will be used throughout this entire series and as you continue to use Excel after this program. The first word that I have listed in the glossary is workbook, which is basically the entire Excel file. Next, worksheet are also known as spreadsheets, and you can have multiple worksheets nestled in a workbook. So when you open up a blank workbook as you open up Excel, what you are looking at is a worksheet. Rows and columns refer to how your cells are aligned. Rows are horizontal, or left and right, and identified by numbers, and columns are vertical, or up and down, and they are identified by letters. Cells are the rectangle or block that are the intersection of a row and column, so any data that you want to enter into your worksheet must be placed into a cell. I think cell or cells is the most important word that you will need to understand as you use Excel. A cell address is basically what you refer to a cell. It is the letter of the column and the number of the row that it is the intersection of. So cell A1 is basically the intersection of column A and row 1, and C10 is the intersection of column C and row 10. A cell range is a collection of cells that have been identified as a group based on a variety of criteria and is typically separated by a colon. So A1 colon C1 is just a cell range between cell A1 and cell C1. An operator is a symbol or a sign that indicates which calculation must be made. Function are formulas that are pre-built into Excel, so AutoSum is one of the more popular functions that you would use throughout your Excel career. Formula, a sequence inside a cell that is used to produce a value. So you can create your own formula. You don't always have to use the formulas that are pre-built into Excel, and this is what we call a formula. Getting to understand the Excel interface. So there are three major features of the interface, which are pictured here on this slide. The first is the Excel Start screen. This is the landing page when you open the program. This is where you will select to work from a blank workbook or to work from a template. More popular templates include budgets, schedules, or calendars. Next is the Backstage view, which you will access by clicking the File button in the left-hand corner. This will provide you options for saving, opening other documents, printing, etc. The ribbon and quick access bar are multiple tabs and command groups that will contain commands that help you utilize the program. So if you wanted to, say, insert a function or insert a table, you would do this via the ribbon. Much like Word, Excel has the ribbon, which has different tabs with different functions. And I wanted to highlight the major tabs and what is contained within each tab. So first and foremost is the Home tab, which is always open as you open the document. This will have the most used commands like editing font, basic cell formatting, and the sum formula shortcut. The Insert tab will have options to insert objects like shapes, tables, or charts. The Page Layout tab will allow you to adjust page orientation, adjust margins, and adjust the page size. The Formula tab allows you to insert functions and pre-designed formulas as provided by Excel. The Data tab allows you to insert and organize data from an outside source. The Review tab has editing features like spell check, comments, and more. And the View tab allows you to switch between different document views. Whenever you work with Excel, you'll enter information or content into cells. Cells are the basic building blocks of a worksheet. You'll need to learn the basics of cells and cell content to calculate, analyze, and organize data in Excel. To input content and data, you'll need to select a cell. First, you left-click to select a cell. A green border will appear around the selected cell. It will remain selected until you click another cell. To select a cell range, you click, hold, and drag the mouse until all of the adjoining cells you want to select are highlighted. Release the mouse to select the desired cell range. The cells will remain selected until you click another cell in the worksheet. Any information you enter into a spreadsheet will be stored in a cell. Each cell can contain different types of content, including text, formatting attributes, formulas, and functions. Cells can contain text such as letters, numbers, and dates. Cells can contain formatting attributes that change the way letters, numbers, and dates are displayed. For example, percentages can appear as 0.15 or 15%. You can even change a cell's background color. Cells can contain formulas and functions that calculate cell values. For example, sum B2 to B8 adds the value of each cell in cell range B2 to B8 and displays the total in cell B9. To add content into a cell, step 1 is to click a cell to select it. Step 2 is to type content into the selected cell, then press Enter on your keyboard. The content will appear in the cell and the formula bar. You can also input and edit cell content in the formula bar. Formatting your cells. Editing font styles is very similar to Word. Select the cell or cells with the data you would like to edit and utilize the font and alignment command groups found on the Home tab. Within the Styles and Cells command group on the Home tab, you can adjust titles and headings, color coding, formatting as a table, row height, and column width. The best way to figure out what each feature does is to play around and select different styles. Formatting your cells by adding borders. You can create a table by adding borders around your data. To add borders, first step is to highlight all data that you've inserted into cells by selecting the cell range. Step 2 is to click the Borders logo found in the Font command group. Step 3, select all borders to add borders around all cells highlighted. Please note, you can edit the line style and line color by clicking More Borders. Organizing your data. When you input data, you might want to reorganize alphabetically or chronologically. Excel has a handy feature that allows you to reorganize your data. To reorganize your data, step 1, select the entirety of the data you would like to organize. Step 2, click the Data tab on the ribbon. Step 3, click Sort command in the Sort and Filter command group. Step 4, select which column you would like to sort by and the order in which you would like to sort. And step 5, click OK. Inserting charts and graphs. In some instances, you might need to insert a graph or a chart to help visualize the data you have input into Excel. To add a chart, step 1, highlight the entire table. Step 2, click the Insert tab on the ribbon. Step 3, click the pie graph picture in the Charts command group. Step 4, select the first 2D option from the drop-down menu. At this point, Excel uses the table that you've entered to create the chart for you. You do have the option to format the chart. Step 1 is to click anywhere on the inserted chart to edit the title, colors, and more. Here are some tips and tricks. Use the Tab key on the keyboard to move over a column. Use the Enter key on the keyboard to move down a row. You can also use the arrow keys to navigate across cells. When you click on a cell, it will automatically replace existing data when you start typing. Undo, which is Ctrl+Z, will fix this mistake. Double-click a cell to edit the text that is already within the cell. Use multiple sheets within one document to help organize your projects. Use Control plus page up or page down to move between sheets within one workbook. Use the spell check in the Review tab to check your spelling. Unlike Word, Excel does not automatically catch spelling errors. Within the program documents, I have provided a short assignment for you to practice your Excel skills. You'll need a bag of multicolor candy, I used Skittles for mine, to complete the assignment. Your assignment final product should look as follows. At the end of this program, you have entered basic data, formatted it into a table, organized the data, and inserted and reformatted a 2D pie chart. Well done! Questions and comments can be directed to my email, which is zmills@ccls.org, or within the Tredyffrin Public Library Discord server. As always, stay safe and well. Help us help you. We would like to hear from you about what you learned during this class and how you enjoyed the program. Scan the QR code or follow the link to take the survey online. By taking the short anonymous survey, you provide the library with information to not only better our technology programs, but for the library to offer programs that you're looking for. Feel free to contact me about anything regarding this program or any programming that we're currently doing or you would like for us to do in the future. Email me at zmills@ccls.org. My phone number is also provided, but due to current circumstances, I am unable to access my phone. So please send all questions and comments via email. Clove.